We are
We are
live.
live.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Thank you so much once again, our viewers. We are here, 10 o'clock, like we promised. And your host again this morning. My name is Beatrice Onkware, streaming live from Atlanta, Georgia, and a proud digital business owner. And with me today is my coach, who has humbly come as I invited him. And we have another co-presenter, Ms. Faluke. She'll be joining us shortly. And we're continuing with the book, The Science of Getting Rich. And we are doing very well, getting information, getting nuggets, and I hope that you're doing the same as we bring you the same nuggets. We are reading and bringing you the value as we go along. So with that being said, my coach, please tell us your name and where you are streaming from.
My name's Dismas Ndiga, and hold on 1 minute.
Sorry to bother you. You think you could give me a hand for a second?
I'm on a go live. I'm on live. I'm doing a live show
Yes,
right now.
so
Sorry, I'm doing a live show right
today
now. Yeah.
is how to
Sorry.
use. Continue.
Sorry. Okay. My name's Dismas Ndiga, and I am from originally from East Africa, and I live in Atlanta with my family. And I'm also a trucker. That's why somebody was trying to get my attention to help them out. But unfortunately, I am live right now, so I had to tell them sorry, sorry, sorry. And I am also a proud digital business owner. And I am so happy and grateful that you invited me to come here today. And I'm looking forward for this session. I think I'm finally present. And with that being said, thank you so much, the professor. I give it back to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Faluke, you're up next. Good morning. The volume is down.
Are you muted?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, good morning, coach. Good morning, Beatrice. Good morning, our viewers. Thanks for always coming back to watch our live sessions. And by way of introduction this morning, my name is Foluke Adebayo. I'm originally from Nigeria. I am a mom, a wife, and by education, I am an accountant, but I work as a certification officer. This morning, I'm streaming live from Manitoba, Canada. And to our viewers this morning, don't touch the dial, stay tuned. As usual, you will certainly get value from what we are here to talk about this morning, and hopefully you will be able to take a very good decision for yourself at the end of the session. And with this, I give it back to you, host for the day.
I like it when you're here because I want to show our viewers this business is, and it can be done from anywhere. So thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. The topic this morning is how to use will. And I just wanted to know, before we even get started, what is a will? Your will is the ability to choose and direct your thoughts, your attentions, and your actions. This will is not forced. This will is not pressured. And this will is not trying to control other people, or to control money, or to control the outcome. The will is the inner decision maker in you that says, this is what I will focus on, or this is how I'm going to respond, or this is the direction that I'm moving towards. It's helping you make these decisions. So the book is also bringing this out, and it's saying that you should use your will to hold your vision steady when doubt comes your way, which it will. That you need to redirect your thoughts when fear and lack shows up and tries to take you to the left side of your brain. That you need to choose actions even when motivation is low. That you need to stay consistent even if quitting seems like it's easier to do. And it's telling you that you do not use the will to force money to come to you, to pressure the results, manipulate others, or to strain or hustle anxiously. So as entrepreneurs that we are, the will should keep us showing up when results are quiet, should keep us acting before conditions feel perfect, and repeating simple actions until they compound and show up. With that being said, we're going to our first question. And Coach, I'm starting with you. It says the thinking substance is very friendly to you and to me. And this thinking substance is more anxious to give you what you want than you are even ready to get it. Please explain.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful question. And like I say, I am like you. I love this book. I love it. I think I've read it a couple of times. And combining it with what the nature of God is, when you go back to the Bible, I think it gives you something about God so that you can know. Literally, when it tells you it's friendly and it's eager, it wants to give you more than you even want. Because the truth of the matter is, first of all, it's already given you. The very thing that you think, it had thought those things before you were in your mother's womb. It had already put all the success is already in you. The part that you're playing is so small because you also have to be in alignment. It is not going to fall in your lap. You have to be in alignment, not only in your thoughts, even in your actions. And the other part that I always say, when you look also in his nature, even the Bible tells you, if you come to him, you must first know he is. That means he's existing. And he is a rewarder of those who seek him diligently. So part of seeking him diligently is part of you doing what he has said. You have to be a doer of the word. If he has given you a word, which is a vision to do something, because even you, as you are doing the thing, you're also blessing so many other people. So, and the other last nature that I'll say about the deity is that it's very clear that he loves you so much. He loves you so much. You know, the Bible clearly tells you that he loved you so much that he gave his only son.
Yes.
To die for you. So that means he cares for you more than ever. That his son came also to give us more, to make us more productive, more fruitful, you know. So we have no reason other than if you're not producing, it's not about his nature in question. It's about you and how you're giving meaning to what is going on, the identity that you have at that particular moment, that you're not living to your fullest. It has nothing to do with him, but to do with us. That's why now, for me, I always say, God has given me life, a gift that is a present that I could not give myself. The only way I can thank him back enough is the life that the style I'll live the life with, the things I'm gonna do with what he has given me. That is now I say, you have also to understand both the life where you live with appreciation, the style, how you live and be a blessing and impactful to people, has to become a way of life so that you can say my lifestyle, where it combines the two of them. That's when you're living and you're living to the fullest, and then knowing that you have to live with so much expectations, knowing that even when you set your mind, when you have a vision, as soon as you can articulate it, you have to have that faith, unwavering faith, knowing that this thing has already happened. Because when God speaks his word, it can never go back to him without it accomplishing what it was sent to do. And the truth is, it can only do through you what it can do through you. It can't do if you're not there mentally, and also doing things in a certain way. So for you, you have to become that environment. And for me, I am just saying, hey, I am in total agreement just to understand that when it comes to God, He has already done His part. Everything is finished.
Mhm.
Can you just be in alignment with the thing that is finished and do what you know you ought to do? And sometimes you're playing too small to do it. Can you really just get to a point? If you ask most people, do you really believe that you've already got this thing, or you think this thing is that doesn't exist? Because if you really knew what is hindering you, if I gave you a guarantee and you really knew completely, you have it, or all the money that you're asking for, if it was already in your bank account, and now they told you come and do the actions, you've already been paid. Would you do it differently?
Mhm.
You understand? Another
Mhm.
way of saying it, because sometimes people are, they don't have enough compelling reasons. We get so comfortable in things that we're supposed to be uncomfortable. If somebody came to your house and they told you, if you don't take these actions, everybody you love, they're gonna be shot down. They're gonna die.
Mhm.
Would that change how you act? You see, sometimes when you start looking, even though I'm using extreme examples here, it will show you most of us are so comfortable with less of what God has already given us. We live in a less. We are not even impactful. We're not doing nothing with our life really to touch other people because we just live for the gratitudes of our own heart and not understand we are also here on a mission.
Mhm.
It's both. He wants you to live your life and be impactful. And the blessing is when you apply yourself that you're gonna see all these blessings that are already there. So in short is you can have all the faith, and if you don't have actions to prove those faith, that
Mhm.
faith is a dead end faith. So that's how I'd explain that point, and I give it back to you, our wonderful host. Oh, the
Mhm.
professor herself.
Yes,
I forgot
yes,
to put
yes.
that in there. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like that he quoted Mark 7 that says, if you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children,
Mm-hmm.
how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him?
Yes,
Can't beat that.
yes,
And like you
true.
said, he is willing to give. Hmm? It's
Mm-hmm.
you that is not asking.
Yes.
Wow. Nicely put. Nicely put. Okay. Wow. Let's see the next question. So, question number 2. Question number 2 for Friday.
Drum roll for Feluke. Drum roll for
Look,
Feluke
I
in the
know.
house.
I need to get a hard one because she's not been here. Mhm, mhm. She's in the medical field. I saved this one for her. That medicine is as a science of disease has actually increased disease. Huh? That medicine as a science of disease has actually increased diseases. Can you elaborate so my viewers can understand? You are muted.
You're
You're muted.
muted.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I said that's kind of deep, right?
It's
And
deep.
the doctors, the nurses, the health practitioner will do 100% justice more than an accountant like me. Nevertheless,
Uh-huh.
never, nevertheless, we address the question as much as I can, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a very wonderful statement, But as good as it sounds, the statement does not in any way attack doctor or medicine, right? It simply highlights where attention is placed. You
Mhm.
know, medicine focuses more primarily on studying disease, naming disease, treating disease, when it appears, and how you can prevent it, and those anything related, right? And as a result, attention is fixed more on illnesses, fear around sickness increasing, and the people identifying with one disease instead of sound health. And we all know that where you focus more,
Yes.
that's where things expand more. What you focus more expands more. So when you focus more on sickness and stuff like that, that is where the attention goes more, instead of looking at how can we provide solution in a more better way than focusing on what the problem actually looks like. So what I would say in this scenario is, instead of focusing on sickness, maybe focus on what the solution is, and instead of focusing more on what the problem is, we look more on how to provide solution. And that is one good thing about the medical field, right? Is they keep what do I call it now? Doing research more and more in order to get solution to one problem or the other, right? So that focus will not be on what the problem is. The essence of research in most instances, so that focus will not be on what the problem is, rather the solution they can bring about as a result of going into different researches, so that there could be solution to one problem or the other. We've had series of different diseases in the past that at a point, initially, they were leading to so many people, losing their lives. But in the long term, because the science and medicine go deep into that ailments, disease, and stuff like that, they begin to come up with diverse of solution, medicine, and things that people can use to limit the extent of death as far as that disease is concerned. So in a general word, let me leave the medical terms now for the people in the science field. Let me come back to the layman language. I would just say what you focus on increases and expand more. If you focus more on problem, then you keep seeing multiple of it. But even in a seemingly troublesome situation, if you focus on solution, then you would see a way forward. You would see a way forward out of that problem that you are in. And let me kind of relate it a bit to the business before I hand it over back to our professor. If you are in a challenging situation and you know that things are not the way they are. Many of us, in the diaspora are immigrants. We know where we left off from back home. But coming here, the society is built that you have to start from the scratch, regardless of where you are coming from. You just have to find your way gradually, to where you want to be. And many people stay stuck at the survival level just because they don't want to take risk. They focus on the challenges around them. They don't want to think outside the box. That instead of me keep looking for more 9 to 5 to add to the one I have, what can I do differently, right? They don't want to take that risk. Even some people that have access to information, yet they are overly skeptical. They don't want to take a risk. They are afraid of maybe what family and friends would say. They are afraid of, what people around them will say. Forgetting that irrespective of what anybody wants to say, it is your life. It is your future. Whatever decision you take, is for the betterment of your own self. Because most times people that are so quick to talk, I think the coach said something to me one day. We were talking that the most cheapest thing, if I can remember, I said his opinion. Those people that have multiple and varieties of opinion, when the chips are completely down for you, in terms of you not meeting up with your bills, in terms of you not being able to do what you're supposed to do as a result of financial crisis, they are never in any way to step up and help. Their opinion will not add anything to you for you to step out of that crisis that you have. So instead of you being overly bothered by what people would say, and I said it there when I started, whatever you focus on kind of grow more. Instead of you focusing on what people will say, why not focus on what you can do for yourself more, and put your energy more on what you can grow you. And that is why we keep talking about it. Apart from we coming out Thursdays and weekend and every day of the week to talk about this digital business, there are a lot of videos out there. And for so many people to be saying the same thing at the same time is because something good is actually in there. So I just want to encourage somebody out there today that regardless of what people will say, let your attention, your energy focus on what you can do for yourself. Especially as the year is rounding up, take that decision for yourself to step into something new, so that 2026 will start on a new chapter for you, and you won't have to struggle as much as you were doing and as you did in the year 2025, provided you are ready to take that bold step. Forget what anybody wants to say. Look at it that this is my life, this is my future, and just go ahead and take the best decision for yourself. So with that being said, I give it back to you.
Wow. I like the way you usually finish and then bring it to the business. I like that. And Vivian is agreeing with you. Vivian Mora, she said 100%. I know, she's getting value. Thank you for coming, to listen in. Wow. It's like what you focus on is what grows, is what expands. So you need to, be careful. You need to use this wheel, to help you decide what you're going to choose to do that. Our next question is actually almost similar, but I wanted to expand on it, and that's why I put it on a separate question. And it goes like this. It's for you, Coach. And this is something I think most of us don't know. But the question is, the poor do not need charity. Please explain why.
It's almost sounding very controversial.
Yes.
Because, first of all, we know, you need to help the ones who can help themselves. It's a concept that it's in the Bible. And literally, he's telling you, that I like how he's putting it. He's not telling you not to be a person who can help other people if they need. What he wants to tell you is to understand when we focus on even poverty per se, you know how you're saying about putting attention to the thing? When you're putting attention to anything that you're putting attention to, that goes also the things that you're resisting. You also find out that those things are expanding. So the more you focus on poverty, the more poverty would expand, not be eradicated. You're not going to eradicate poverty by focusing on it. And what happens is that also when you find people that are in situations where it's poor, even the Bible says the poor shall always be with you.
Yes.
It's because it also becomes a mindset whereby, they feel like that charity is part of what makes them even stay in that state for a very long time. Because what they are doing is, I want to say it with a lot of grace, because we don't want to sound like, you're looking down to the poor people. No. It's not that you're looking down to the poor people. Maybe let me start by going backwards to understand that everyone who's on earth, that has made it on earth, no one literally came here to be poor. Nobody came with the aim of just wanting to be poor, or when they were growing up, they were eagerly saying, I can't wait for me to grow up and be very poor. that was not something they were dreaming for. And somehow circumstances have led them where they are. And for me, I remember when I was going through my transition in life, and I went to a seminar, and the person asked, is there a difference between being poor and being broke?
Mm-hmm.
The day I understood that difference, I really woke me, because it said being broke is a temporary state,
Yes.
and there's nothing wrong somebody giving you a hand up at that point, because you're not thinking like, okay, I'm done, this is this is it. Now poverty on the other side, he said, is just an acronym. You pass opportunities over repeatedly when you're in this state of mind. So it's this state of mind that is saying, this one, if you give it charity, keep giving it charity. You're not really, yes, at one point you're going to feel good because you gave them some bread to eat. But in the actual sense, you will see that what you have done for this person is that you have kept them in that state. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
say majority of people need to learn how to get rich, because riches, no matter how you look at it, and it doesn't have to be only just money. Riches is the broader term here. When you understand to be a person who can live to your fullest potential, not just hold your potential and not give to anything, not go out there, not give yourself to bring value to the marketplace, value to other people. You just want to be in a place where it is just you, because at that point in that poverty, you can't give so much value to a lot of people. You are holding your talents and everything else that God has already given you from expression. So that's why he says you yourself need to exemplify, be an example to more people by coming out of poverty. That will help even more people do and be everything that God has asked them to be, or given them the talents to be. That's why, on the other hand, it looks like it's a good thing that you're doing, but on the other hand, it's a very thing that also, just like the study of medicine, on the other hand, it looks like it's saving lives, and on the other hand, from a spiritual perspective, there's other side that you don't see, that it's causing, because we focus on disease,
Mm-hmm.
we cause to have more diseases, not to eradicate disease. It's by thinking about health and keeping your mind on health that it will change and have a world that will have no diseases. It's the same way. It's by now thinking or teaching the poor how to be rich, or helping their consciousness to change into wealth consciousness. That's how we'll eradicate what poverty is, not by charity.
Mm-hmm.
Charity just gives you bread for one day,
Yeah.
and then guess what? Tomorrow they're still in the same place. So the question is it better to teach a man how to fish,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or give him fish?
Mm-hmm. That's the question.
So if you can understand, teaching him how to fish will have given him more value than just giving him fish, then you'll understand what charity is doing for a lot of people, because they remain the same place of lack, and you can't give them out of their lack. You just keep them there. But if you did teach them how to fish, it'll change everything.
Yes.
That'll be bigger than that fish you gave them. And also, you'll start seeing it'll come down to, because we here is your learning principles that is going to help you in life. We're reading this book because God teach you principles. You'll also come to see why, even when it comes to what Peluka was saying, you'll offer opportunities to people to change their lives. And you'll see, because of their mindset, most people are in poverty mindset, and they don't even realize, because when you look at what you're fighting for, a job right now, if that's all you want to have is just a job, literally you're already poor, because you're only a paycheck, couple paychecks away from poverty.
Mm-hmm.
And if something happened to you, you don't have anything to fall back to, and yet you resist the very thing that, you see why I say passing opportunities over repeatedly? Most people would not even take time to check it out to see. They would rather just have the charity of a paycheck. and they think that's enough. They're
Mm-hmm.
good, they're comfortable. Until when something happens, and now we run into go live, no, go fund. We run into, hey, can you guys come and help? You know, all these things have kept up in the same place. So as on one hand, it's a good thing. On the other hand, also it holds people into places where they're not expanding and growing and getting the better solutions. That's why I say the good thing about expanding your own mind and understanding these things, you start now understanding, oh my goodness, where am I holding myself? You know, there are some things even the Bible tells you that they are good, but they're not beneficial. Now you'll be going for more beneficial things, and you realize there's a lot of things that we have settled for, and it's just good and not the best or the beneficial that could have come out of there. So that's what I would say when it comes to this charity. You know, I just think charity is good, but sometimes that's what is holding people not becoming what they need to become. And because also there's a lot of teachings on there that makes them feel like, okay, it's okay just to be in this state. It's okay. It's not okay. If you're there temporary, that's okay. That's part of your journey. If you're there completely in there and you're stuck in that state, there's something you need to learn and renew your mind so that you can come out of that state, because it's a state of mind. You're not being
Mm-hmm.
kept poor because of the conditions. You're not being kept poor because of something outside of you. You're being kept poor because you have consciousness of poverty, and that consciousness can be healed. That's the truth of the matter. The writer is showing you from the beginning that you can change your own consciousness and you can change the outcomes. So that's why I say, hey, charity, as much as we have cherished it, is not the highest form of helping the poor. It's just a way of keeping them where they are. So with that being said, I hope I've made it clear, and I give it back to you, our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful host.
Wow. That was deep. That it's not only the beggar that is poor, that even you that is depending on this paycheck, that is one paycheck away from joining that poor man, you need to think twice.
Yep.
Deep, deep, deep. Wow. Ms. Feluke, what is your takeaway from today's topic?
Okay, my takeaway from today's topic, well, is that the power of will, you started by introducing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about forcing something, it's about using your will to enhance your strength and make things work, in your own favor and to the benefit of others as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then just to make a take from what Coach just finished talking about, it's very, very important, the mindset. Like he rightly said, that mindsets keep so many people in a very poor state, just because they are yet to deal with that part of them, that is not seeing beyond their current situation, not ready to like open up to accept opportunities. And that's one thing that can keep somebody in an uncomfortable situation for long, until you are open-minded to to receive opportunities. Then you are yet to get started. And that's my takeaway today, that I should not think that I have arrived, right? I should be more open to more opportunities, either in business or outside business. So far is the one that will bring about growth, development, and help me to reach my dreams. Then it's something that I need to constantly embrace, to constantly be open to opportunities. So with that, I give it back to you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Coach, what's your takeaway this morning?
Man, I can talk until morning. I can talk until tomorrow morning. I just summarize a little bit. First of all, just imagine the book was written 100 years ago. 100 years ago. Let us sink in. This information was given 100 years ago. And yet, people are still acting the same way. When this guy book was written, and the solutions the guy is giving, people are still having the same problems that were supposed to be eradicated. Now, I'll say, what do I get from this topic today? Number one, when you look at just, let me go first because sometimes I like to ground people first. Let me ground people. I'm going to ground you by saying the Bible clearly says life is going to go from one glory to another glory. Whether you like it or not, life is going to upgrade itself over and 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 over. The question is, where are you going to be when life is upgrading yourself? Are you going to be upgrading yourself, or are you going to be stuck up in your own ways and just using your will to complain and be stuck? Or are you going to use your will to upgrade yourself as life upgrades? You see, I say, for example, there's a time people just needed to exchange goods for goods, and they lived fine. People lived comfortably and they were able to live. A farmer would exchange with somebody else who has meat. Somebody else would exchange whatever. The exchange was money, was just exchange of goods to goods. We got to a point where now it was that the people had to go to work. And you work, you get paid, and then you survived. And things were very fine. People would retire with a huge pension, and everything will be fine. Now, pensions have gone away. They've come up with things, even people who live in America, they see we have things like 401k, which you can compare with pension. So, and yet people still act as if there is a pension, as if there is a guarantee of keeping that job, as if, there's safety in going to 9 to 5 than taking the risk of starting a business. You understand? So my takeaway here is to understand, my goodness, if you just stack up into things staying the way they were, if you're looking in the next year, you're not looking and saying, what is my upgrade for next year? If you're still looking for things to be the same way they are, they've always been, I say at that point, you're in the poverty mindset. You are poor, even though you might have millions in your bank account. Because at that fact that you cannot go with what life is doing, upgrading yourself, going from one glory to the next glory, you should be upgrading yourself to the next glory. And I say this, you should also upgrade the way you earn money. You can't just stay the same way, earning money the same way. And you can see what is happening to people now with this way of earning money. I'll just give you one statistics, and I'll leave this topic alone because I told you I can talk until morning. The statistics in the US is 66% of people who file for bankruptcy, they file for bankruptcy not because they did not go to work, they didn't wake up every morning to go to work. It's not because they were not trying to save and live a very grateful life and great life doing chasing the American dream. 66% file for bankruptcy because of a medical issue. We are telling you the best insurance you can have is to build your own business. Go to work to earn a paycheck. After 8 to 5, after your 8 hours to that work, take time to find a fortune that you're going to build that is going to be insurance just in case life happens to you. So I give it back to you. Work for wages, build a business for your fortune. With that being said, I give it back to you. That's my takeaway.
I can't even add or subtract from that. I'm not even going to mess that up. I hope we brought value to you this morning. Today is Friday. We will meet again on Sunday at 2 p.m. from the studio. We're going to say bye and thank you so much for coming, honoring my invitation. And for our viewers, bye till Sunday, 2 p.m.
Great day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. We have fun. Thank you.